Hi guys, how are you doing? This is Astro Park for another video in which I'm going to talk you about my Ichimoku Cloud strategy indicators. As always, you have the alarms indicators, so you can set an alert for each signal you see printed on the chart, and you have also the strategy version, so you can see the backtesting of the indicator. If for example this is backtesting on the maybe whole history of Bitcoin of on BitMEX, of course. This is an indicator based on the Ichimoku cloud. It works on many time frames. What I suggest you is to use it on 4 hour or 6 hours or the 1 day, for example here. Just be sure to check always the profitability of the indicator in the time frame you are, okay? And of course also the the chart you are. It has a lot, really a lot of options. You can change the Ichimoku cloud settings. You can decide to show or hide the Ichimoku cloud, show entries, set up a trailing stop. There is an automatic, or you can choose also a percentage or a fixed trailing stop, for example. You can show some take profit based on the simple strategy of RSI overbought and oversold, etc. etc. So this is runnable also over a bot. Okay, I mean you can set up the buy sell, so the bot will buy, will sell based on the alerts. Okay, this is for example on Binance USDT, the Bitcoin USD on 4 hours. It is really profitable, and it starts since the September 2017. So the whole bearish, okay, the whole bearish till now it has been doing great, okay. um, what I can make you see, I will show you the options you have, okay. This is basically the custom Ichimoku for cryptocurrencies. You can have also, let's show also the Ichimoku cloud, okay. Okay, Ichimoku cloud always prints a lot of lines. um, okay, this is the custom. You can show apply the slow, for example. Let's see how the tester of course this would be the of course the profit changes. This is from the standard, and is really like a fast Ichimoku. Okay, it's pretty easy to say that you will mostly lose, okay, with this. Okay, but the intention here is to show you that you can change also the setup, the basic setup. You can ask the indicator also to show you some kind of entry. Let's say you missed the buy here, or you are not confident, then you can choose to buy on a entry lower, for example. Or you already took some profit and you want to reinvest the profit. Well, it's better to reinvest on a entry. And really, in my opinion, I always suggest to show some kind of take profit. It's if the, the indicator closes totally the position on each take profit. This is how the strategy work. And on the first re-entry, it started shorting again. Okay, so the of course the you can see the net profit is lower, the max drop down is getting higher because of this. But in your mind, this is what I do on each take profit. I overbought, I oversold. At least I close 50% of my position, and I re-enter on the re-short, re-long, okay, on the re-entry. For example, you have here a lot of options. Usually, I suggest to apply this, for example, for to be more secure. Okay, close trade when the price enters into the Ichimoku cloud, because sometimes, quite often, it happens that when the price enter, it can go to the other side of the Ichimoku cloud. If you are confident on the bullishness or bearishness, you can get a close signal when the price breaks down. For example, this long would have been closed here if price would have closed below the cloud. Here you see you had the close on price closing inside, and relonged on first relong, which closed above the cloud. Okay, then there are some tunings. Sometimes they don't work so well. um, if you see, basically trades less. For example, instead of 45 trades, with this you have less trades. Okay, and suggest as much take profit as possible. This is quite tricky. Of course, again, here the back testing, each time you see take profit, the position is totally closed. I don't suggest it, because you lose a lot of the power of this indicator, uh, which on a 4 or 6 hour one day you can play some really awesome swing trades, which, that are the best trades for doing profit, keeping the position open until the real reversal. Okay, and you can set up also the trailing stop automatic. This is automatic trailing stop. um, let's disable something like this. I'll disable take profit. Okay, so the auto trailing stop, of course you would have been stopped here on this move up again, but on the first possibility is shorted again, for example. Okay, or you can set a manual trailing stop. Just to enable it, just you put here a number. For example, I want a $100 trailing stop, or a 10% trailing stop. I mean, you should, I suggest to keep only one, of course. 10% trailing stop, it's a pretty okay, for example. Okay, but let's reset everything, and what we can do. This is the indicator for the strategy backtesting. You can't set alerts with this, but you can't with this. Okay, you you have only one. It suggests this, so it's triggered. This is for free users, which we can set only one alert. So whenever something is printed here, this is triggered. So for a buy, for a close, for a entry, for a sell. Okay, um, so this is basically. And okay, let's go to the renko chart. This strategy works also amazing on renko chart. My suggestion, which is my suggestion, first thing is to enable the renko option. The second is to move to traditional, and I suggest 40, for example, or 20. By the way, some high numbers here, okay, not lower numbers. Usually when you enter on the renko chart, you are applied the ATR. Okay, for example, here is applied 200, but usually you play the renko chart on 1 second or 1 minute. Let's do it on 1 minute for pro users. You see here 9 box size, but it's too low, too low. This must be higher, at least 20. I suggest 40, for example. Okay, and now let's fine tune this, because as you see, I never like to see a drop down like this. Okay, so let's find a fine tuning. This is the fine tuning process I do for each for each market I want to trade on our renko chart. Okay, okay. So let's see if moving, for example, to slow Ichimoku is better or not. No, didn't change so much. With the basic forex, the basic is better, for example. Okay, so we will change between these two ones. Okay, if you have more than one enabled, the slower one, the latest one, is applied. Okay. Okay, so this is one thing we should always enable. Okay, this was the magic. The close trade when price enters into the Shimoku cloud. On the breakout, you would have lost a lot of your profit. This is of course more secure, as said. You can see also the drop down is and half, almost half. Okay, and the auto trailing stop loss, yes, uh, drop down is even lower, net profit is even higher. Please don't get crazy on these numbers. Okay, this is the, of course, okay, the take profit again, it closes totally the position, but always some kind of amazing position. So this is, for example, what I would do on the Shimoku. Then after that, I hate these all these labels, and I disable them. Okay, so the chart now is clear. I can understand what I'm doing. With all of this take profit, you see a lot of buy here. For example, the, the indicator keep buying, closing, buying and closing, buying, closing. Um, so, but it's good. I mean, keeping the short open here, you would have lost. You have been maybe liquidated. You have been wrecked, and this way you keeping the profit. Okay, here enjoy this run, for example, and now he is again in buy mode. Okay, and this is works. I mean, this is the indicator. Okay, Let's move, for example, to the forex. Not the same profit, but always some nice profit. Okay, let's disable this taking profit. Okay, I don't like it very much. And this. So this is actually some kind of. The problem is that you overtrade with this option. You're starting over trading because you see more than 200 trades while 150 here. So this is just my suggestion. Mm, Over trading on 1 minute, this means that you are doing really so much trades. Backtesting here is since, by the way, as you can see, since September 2017. So in a lot of time. Okay. By the way, let's see, for example, on Ethereum, how it would have been work. Let's check, for example, on BitMEX. On BitMEX, of course, 40 is not good. How I start from ITR. Basically, I start here, but let's say 100. The number, the box size suggested is always the same, so pretty useless. So let's start with the two box sides. And let's see. Two, it seems good. This is the forex, the custom. Custom is better. Yes, it's better. Even, oh, really better. I mean, 7 profit factor is somehow amazing. Currently, for example, is not in trade because here he vote and after that he closed because of the. I guess this is the point. When you don't set up any strategy for closing, no trailing stop, no close. I mean, you risk always a max drop down higher. So I always suggest at least to have one of these enabled. Okay. I mean, these are always some good trades. You have a lot of good trades. Auto trailing stop. Here you start somehow over trading, for example. Okay, so if you like, for example, some manual trailing stop, you can also see it in the chart as this line. This is the line of your trailing stop. When price hits the trailing stop line, you have a take profit, for example. When it's in the $12, for example, and you would have been seeing this. This is the line, your trailing stop. Here the trailing stop, for example, and so on. And again, I hope you liked this video, and please write me. You can send me any question in private chat. You can write me on Telegram. This is my nickname, and I hope you learned something also about how to use the renko charts, how to find good box sides, and I hope to see you in my channel, or to write me a message. Have a nice day. Bye bye.